Yo, what's up? This is Banshee. Welcome to this stupid video. I just want to start by saying that the purpose of this video is to document what I currently feel about life and what I currently feel, and if life is disastrous or beautiful for me like right now, and not for people to like feel sorry for me, because I know that we're all going through like our own battles and shit, and life could feel very, 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 very disastrous, especially in your 20s. Currently, I'm on my 20s, and people are right. You feel like you're out of time, you're running out of time in your 20s, and I really, really feel like that. The date today is August 3, 2025. It's Sunday. It's the 9:17 p.m. and I currently feel like shit. Um, First of all, I'm unemployed. Second is I'm diagnosed. Undiagnosed. Third is I'm not enrolled yet. Fourth is my cats are multiplying rapidly. And although I have neutered two of them, one got out. But let's talk about that later. Let's start off with the unemployment. A job. I was I was actually employed for a while when I was like in midterms last semester. I worked as a graphic designer and I did photography as well on that job. But that was just temporarily. But I was working work from home as a graphic designer, and I enjoyed it. I loved the job, and I loved working. I loved doing everything. But finals week came by, and so like wanted to like focus more on that, and so I took a break, and I actually procrastinated still. But still I got the job done still. Like the things I have a hold of, like I can do on my own time, like pass whenever I want to, passed it on time. And the only things I didn't pass on time was like with things I don't have control of. But anyway, let's get back to the actual point. I went unemployed. I mean, I got employed, took a break, and then this summer I got employed again, and then I got unemployed again. Um, when I got back in the job, I was now working like face to face, so I was at the office, and at first I was adjusting and all that. I was very shy, very very shy about it, and I was still shy, at the like, but not that shy. You just get the hang of it once you like get to do it like daily, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Like my time being there, very happy. Uh, just sometimes you just feel like yeah, you're running out of time. Like that's what I feel. Nung time na yun. It just gets in you, lalo na when you like remember that third year is people say this a lot, that third year is the busiest like year in college. And so I was thinking of that when I was doing my job, and so I was like getting stressful. Lalo na at times when I wasn't doing anything, like when I finish it too early, I get like these voices in my head that say like, "Hey, I'm doing not doing anything like productive right now, and I feel like I'm wasting time." Although I was happy doing my job, I was thinking of the things I've always wanted to do, and so I then went back unemployed. Because besides that, I we were dorm hunting as well, and I wanted to reconnect with life before I get very busy enough to not like forget about everything. I mean like I wanted to focus more on the stuff I actually want to do, like music, and spend more time with my cats, and watch more movies. I love watching movies. whether it be comedy or like drama, romance, horror. I don't pick a genre actually, but my main likings: comedy, horror, or like actually, you know, it's just gonna get too complicated. I just love movies. That's all, and I've seen a lot of it ever since I quit the job. And besides that, I made more songs, and yeah, I was trying to like check off what I put on my checklist, and yeah, I proud to say that I have checked like half of it right now. But let's get back to that later. Sec, what did I say earlier? Undiagnosed, yes, undiagnosed. I just feel like something's like wrong with me, I just wanna get diagnosed, but the thing is, like, it's hard to get diagnosed when you're too tight financially. You have to focus on the bigger problems, and then so like you put other problems aside. But then that's that. And speaking of like problems, I was talking about enrollment earlier. Although the enrollment's still in ano pala, August 7. I'm just sure of that, like I wouldn't be able to get enrolled that early, which is fine. But then you think about the schedule conflicts. It just gets so complicated when you think about that too much. But you really have to think about that because that's where you're gonna go when you're in college. Like that's what you're gonna do the whole year. And if you don't handle that, I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, fourth, I was talking about my cats multiplying rapidly. Yes, they're multiplying rapidly. But the background of my cats and why I have them, I used to own a cat. I used to have a cat. Dude, really not a good fan. His name was Yoru, and I loved him so much. He got in my life at the shittiest time, and I don't know. Things changed when he came. I was very, 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 very depressed when I met him, and then he came, and then life was suddenly better. And then college came. I was losing track of time. I was losing time. Um, what's that word? I was just bad at time management, and I couldn't like spend more time with the cat. And unfortunately, when I finally shifted to like the course I really wanted, and I was like happy and contented that I'm not ultra mega busy yet. Like I could finally manage time. He died, and that was that. I took it very hard. I took it really, really hard, and I couldn't accept it, and this really had a huge impact on me. Because before he died, I adopted another cat. Uh, her name is Yara, and then funny story. Just want to put light onto this. Before my cat died, before Yori died, he left a seed, which you know what that means. Um, 3 kittens. He left 3 kittens. After he died, Yara like got a huge stomach, and I was feeling two things, like, oh no, new set of responsibilities, and at the same time, Yoru's legacy. But that's that, and then they multiplied, and they multiplied, and they multiplied. I actually gave uh 3 cats away, um, and yeah, one got lost. I don't know why though. Like I can't see her everywhere, even like on the streets, or I don't know, somewhere here. I didn't know where she got lost, the kitten, but I'm hoping she's still alive. But you know, that's that. Um, let's proceed to my checklist. So, let's proceed to the positive things. Now that we have talked about the negative things, so this is my checklist. I made it back in January, I think. Yeah. I actually was inspired by a friend of mine because before 2025 came, there was a time where like I had to sleep over because my friend and I we were doing a group project together, and we had to like pass it on time, and so we stuck together. And then I his name is Dash, by the way, and there was this like note on his wall, and it was like a checklist, and then I got inspired by it, so then I did my own thing when January came by. And yeah, I've said earlier that I checked half of it already, and let me just read the things I wrote. So one is repaint the fucking room. Yes, it says fucking. And I did. My room wasn't white back then. I hated the wallpapers. My room, it was full of wallpapers. My mom insisted that, and I really didn't like the wallpapers, but she wanted that, so I was like, okay. And then I finally got to the point where I just wanted to do things my own way, and so I started painting the walls. And then that happened. I painted the walls white, and I'm proud that I am done with it, except for this part. Can't see it, but there's still wallpaper here. Not here, but here. Um, okay. The second one is release an album or albums. Check that off. I released an album back in June 30th. Yeah, it was called Superstar. It included, I think, 13 tracks, I guess. And two of the tracks I released back in 2024. Um, Third one is accept a music commission and finish it. Although I finished it, I think the commission part is complicated, but let's skip that. The fourth one is create more music projects with Zer. Check that off the list. I'm actually in a band called the Mandela Project. Although we haven't recorded any songs yet, we have already written like I think 10 or something. Stuff. We've already established songs, but we haven't recorded any of them. And uh the like bandmate and Zer, he's my bandmate in the Mandela Project, and they're like former band as well. Kids on Disaster. I was a part of it. I was a fan of it at first, and then they included me, and then ayun naglaho na. Pero yun nga. Back to what I was saying, create more projects with Zer. This is outside of the Mandela Project, and I checked it because we actually did. Um, we collaborated on like I think two songs. I don't know. Yeah, two songs, and we've written lots of like independent songs as well, like outside of the Mandela. Fifth is I still haven't checked this one, by the way. Write a short film and film it. But I am looking forward to like make a short film this year, even though like they say that third year is very busy. I'ma make time for that, man. Um, Sixth thing on my checklist is learn German. I love you, Germany. I put this because like I really want it. I just want to learn German because I have a friend in Germany. Her name is Louise, and I was just really interested on learning German. I just want to learn German for the sake of learning it. Seventh one is buy a working handycam and make envies with it. Although I didn't get to like repair an existing handycam and digicam, I I still managed to like buy a digicam. Well, that's that. But I'm still not checking this off the list because it's not a handycam. But I love separating um documentary videos from my phone. If I'm gonna document something, it's gonna be another thing. It's either a laptop, or a camera. My phone, I don't know. I just feel like the value of it is just more if it's a separate thing. You just have a separate thing for like documenting stuff. Eight is reach 10K followers before TikTok dies. Well, there was a time like months ago that everybody thought TikTok was gonna get taken down, and during that time, I think I had like 9K followers, and that was my goal that time, just to reach that small milestone, and I achieved it. I actually did, and TikTok didn't die, so I'm striving for more now. Ninth is relearn how to skate. It's funny, cause back in high school, I was skating a little bit because my friend was a skater, but not like full time. But I was Mongo pushing all the time, and so when I got the opportunity to like acquire a skateboard, because Zer, a friend of mine, which I mentioned earlier, he owned a skateboard and he wanted to learn it like last year, 2024, same time, January, and then it just got tawag dun, tambak. Basta tambak lang siya eh. Tapos nabasa, tapos ganun. But it's still okay with, it was like skatable pa rin. He gave it to me, and I actually did relearn skating. Just not the like tricks part. I suck at doing tricks, and I haven't even learned to like ollie properly. But pushing, I'm trying to get comfortable with it, and as of now, I'm fine with the like just like cruising around. But the tricks, I'm afraid, still afraid, and that is why the 10th thing on my checklist is be good at skating. I haven't checked that yet because I am not even close to good, bro. I'm like the thing before beginner, and the 10th one, it's checked off. Put song lyrics to songs. Yeah, I put this one because I'm very, very, very fucking lazy to like put lyrics sa mga songs ko. Although it's very easy to do, I'm just a huge couch potato. Well, besides the checklist, some things I did this summer, I acquired a cleaning obsession because I mentioned earlier one of my cats escaped. Her name was Yara, and along with getting pregnant, she got fleas, bro, and the fleas spread everywhere on every cat. It got everywhere, especially in my room. At first, I thought it was like the mosquito bites, just getting more itchy. But then one morning, I woke up and like I saw like the dust was moving, and it was fleas and flea larvae, and there was like shivers down my spine, sent shivers down my spine, man, and it sent me out to like the obsession. I bought everything, and although we had like anti-flick and anti-tick and flea spray, that was fucking useless, man. I sprayed it to my cats and like maybe like 4 or 5 came off. Then after that, I bought a flea shampoo, which kind of worked, but not fully. Still was like the fleas were still anywhere. Was still everywhere after that. And after the flea shampoo, what did I get? Oh, before the flea shampoo, I actually bought I actually made a DIY trap, which was like small plate that had dish soap and water mixed, and then on top of it was this LED light, so they get baited. You know, it actually fucking worked, but uh, it still wasn't enough to like kill all of them. Like when I made that, I think like I killed like 70% only, or like even like 50, because I killed more fleas by pressing down, um, pressing them with something. Yeah, and that was that. Fleas. Uh, when that wasn't working, I forgot that like I could use like insecticides. That was dumb, very dumb. I didn't think of that like early enough, because that was like that left a huge impact on the like flea thing. And like I think by the time that I sprayed insecticide on my house, like anong pangalan na nakuha ko, basta ano siya water based. I think half of the flea population got wiped out. But still, it wasn't enough, and so I bought the Itomaceous Earth. That's like a micro something something that like sucks up the fats of the insects, so they die when they like get into that, and that actually worked. It really worked. The fleas were like I think 70% by the time. Siguro 80% 70 na wawala. But it still really wasn't enough, man. And so what I did was just like I started like cleaning everything. Lahat talaga binuklat ko. Lahat pinalitan ko. Lahat ng sulok. Lahat. I was like mopping and tawag dito? Ano yung English ng nagwawalis? Basta I was like brooming all day. Every day, like for like continuously for like a week. And I was doing all that. And then yeah, I got obsessed with cleaning, which was a good thing to learn. Especially if you like think you have ADHD. Yeah. Like you tend to get lazy and all that, and if you like you're frozen, stuck on your mind, although you want to do things, you couldn't pull it off. I think it's a good thing that happened to me. What else? That's that. That's all of it right now. I am a little bit, contemplating on whether I should like continue music and stuff. Cause it's a hit or miss. Sometimes I just feel like I'm the best, but sometimes I feel like I am not the best. Well, in which is okay. It's okay not to be the best, but sometimes you think of it like you just want to be like somewhere. You just want this to go somewhere. It's just hard being an artsy person. Sometimes I think of like if I had the chance to like trade it off for some more stuff like being good at math or other stuff. Sometimes I think about that a lot. But then that's life. And it's up to me if I'm gonna let this thing eat me, in which I know I won't. I hope I won't. And I won't. Well, life is life, and that's that. I think this will be the end of it. I've got nothing to talk about anymore. Well, goodbye, everybody, and peace out. Live life to the fullest. Do it for yourself, not for everybody. Hold your life, man. Don't let someone dictate your movements. That's that. And put out whatever you can as long as you're alive.